What's going on, the Copyright and Call Podcast? Your boy Loso 2.0, the copy got himself. And today, we're going to get a little bit more deeper into coolers, cleaners, and closers, okay? But first, kind of a little bit of update. Yesterday, I rested my body. Oh my gosh. Today, I'm going to do the same thing so I could be rested up for my game tomorrow. My freaking body was just, like my shoulder still a little sore. My thumb kind of sore a little bit. But these are some things that, I knew these little tweaks would be healed up basically by tomorrow. Probably I iced my thumb today a little bit, iced my shoulder. Should be good to go by tomorrow for the game. I'm not going to be able to get shots up though tomorrow because, well, I may be able to if I go earlier to the stores and then come back. But plan really wasn't just to get prepared for the game that I have later on. So that day. So, that's another thing I'm pretty much excited for, to play another basketball game. As far as my job, I am staffing. Oh my gosh. I probably sent the recruiter just now like 10 more names after yesterday talking to him about like 5 or 6. So I got 10 more names that I handed him today to pretty much, go over and see, if we can go through with the process or whatever. Because I'm pushing for these people to get in here. I got some moves to make, some things to move around. It's all part of a chessboard, right? Just playing chess, man. That's all I'm doing, right? So that's really pretty much what I want to do with that, that's going pretty good. Another thing is I lost my Bible dictionary. I don't know where it's at. I really don't. I gotta find that thing. Oh, another thing too, right? I didn't even mention you guys, my rabbits had babies. Yeah, come to find out, we were told that both of our rabbits were women rabbits or girl rabbits or does, right? That's what they're called, does. And then come to find out, my wife is FaceTiming me on my way home from work. Talk about oh my God, this girl's having babies. And I'm like, my apologies. I'm on for 10 o'clock. This girl's having babies. Girls having babies? What's going on here? Come to find out, the rabbit is literally a woman and she was pregnant because the buck was getting it in. They were getting it in every night pretty much. So now she had babies. We had to separate the two of them. Now we got to go get, him neutered or whatever too as well. It's just, oh man, it was just a lot going on. A lot of stuff that needed to be done. But we're, going through it, pushing through it. It's going to get done now. But yeah, it's just crazy. Now you gotta get them to keep them separated. Then we have, the baby rabbits. If you want one, please just reach out to me. You know what I mean? We could talk about, give them to you. We just have to wait for 6 weeks or something for them to get older. I'm just ready to clean up that cage because they stink. They smell like a farm over there a little bit. I'm ready to just move them out, sweep under there, mop the floor, get everything pretty much cleaned up and put them back in there together. My apologies, I'm bad at multitasking, but that's pretty much what's going on with that. I also got offered doing a assistant coaching position at a school as well. Debatable. I'm trying to see, stacking all the stuff like that. Just something fun to do. I love giving back to the youth, seeing if that's something cool. But then I don't know about the time commitment to do that every single day. Still focus on my content, still work my job, and try to grow my business. So that's another thing to, kind of think about as well. And then as far as my business, I'm waiting for my publisher to get back to me then this week and about that book. And then, pretty much, everything is good. So today, too, for my job, I'm actually doing a speech today, which is good because I love public speaking. I'm still a couple of things where I'm going to innovate a couple of things that were told to me, about the job and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that stuff. I'm talking about how I basically got up, and this is the things that I'm gonna talk about today, right? Getting a little bit more deeper into coolers, cleaners, and closers, right? So first, I want to start off by telling you, this is gonna be a perfect thing, yo. I'm telling you, I'm locked in with this thing only because, right? I'm gonna take this thing that my wife pretty much told me, right? So she talked about how she had a motivational speaker at her school and stuff like that. And the motivational speaker at her school took out a $20 bill. With the $20 bill, he just asked everybody in the crowd, like, what's stopping you from getting this $20 bill? No one said anything. They sat there for, a couple of minutes or whatever, but pretty much stared at him. Then one person got up and started to get the $20 bill. And as he started to get up, everybody started running to the stage to try to get the $20 bill. And then he was saying, like, you can't do that. You can't wait for other people to basically start chasing after your dreams in order for you to do it, right? You got to be the first one to do it, kind of like the first guy to get up to take the $20 bill, which is funny, right? Because that goes back down deeper into coolers, closers, and cleaners, right? Cleaners are not waiting for other people. Those are coolers and closers, right? So let me kind of talk about this. But first, I want to talk about one thing. There's a difference between confidence and cockiness. Confidence is recognizing something isn't working and having the flexibility and knowledge to make adjustments, right? So you're confident because you know that you can get things done and you get things done, right? You're secure with yourself. It's because you get confident by putting in more reps, putting in more work, right? But then you know if something's not working, you have the knowledge and the flexibility to make adjustments to basically take other people's advice that may be performing better than you, things like that to grow your business. You're like a sponge, right? Cockiness, the inability to admit when something isn't working and repeating the same mistakes over and over because you can't admit you're wrong. That's cockiness. That's the difference between cockiness and confidence. They're both, you put in the work, you put in the reps to both build yourself up. But the difference is confidence, you're willing to be a sponge and make adjustments. Cockiness is you believe you know the right way and you can't admit when you're wrong. And this is what stops people from getting to the next level. They are cocky instead of confident, and they need to know the difference between the two. Right? So coolers, closers, those people are coolers aren't cocky. Closers are cocky. Cleaners are confident, right? They can make the mistake. They can tell you when they're wrong. They're able to make the adjustments, right? So let me tell you this, right? And it goes back to when a mistake happens, right? So when a mistake happens, right, the cooler makes a mistake and makes 1,000 excuses. Remember, I told you can either make excuses, you can make results. So the cooler will make a mistake and then figure out that, they made a mistake. So it's time to just make excuses. Oh, because of this happened, the weather happened. And this is like, and everybody, to me, honestly, everybody has these three things in them. It's just like levels to it. But sometimes it's like when you're a cleaner, you're a cleaner though, but you may be a cooler in different areas, but you got to build it back up. Because even me, when I was struggling with my district, I wasn't complaining. I was complaining, but like not really complaining to them. I was like kind of talking to myself out loud, right? Like I got handed a district that was understaffed, right? One store, I had 10 locations, 2 stores that were fully staffed. There was 4 stores. Between the 4 stores, one store had like 4 people, the other store had 2, and one store had 1, and the other store had 2, right? And then they were too selfish. They were too cocky in order to hand people over to the other one, right? Could have easily made excuses about it. I was over there complaining about this and because they give me the biggest problems. Now, Jersey, those are the ones that are understaffed too. Could have been talking about that. Then half the district didn't have a district manager for everything. Could have made 1,000 excuses. There's 1,000 reasons why, and they're legit excuses why. But that's what a cooler does, though. I'm just complaining about it because I didn't get the hang of it in the first week. But you know what? I got them, started getting to it, right? Now, the closers, they make a mistake and blame someone else. Easily could have been like, this district was understaffed, stuff like that. What were people doing this whole time? No one wanted to staff it. That was their job to staff it, but they weren't staffing it. They were just waiting for stuff to happen, to staff and third, yada, right? Could have easily blamed someone else for the mistakes of others. I could have easily did that. But you know what? No, they didn't want to do that. A cleaner makes mistakes and takes the blame. Tells you I effed up, takes it, even if it was uncontrollable. I came there in that district, the district's understaffed, but being understaffed in the future is my fault. And in 3 weeks, going on 3 weeks now, right, I've already hired 5 people. Then now going over to next week, you know what I mean? I got another list of 10 people. I just talked about it, right? It's because a cleaner, they make mistakes, they take the blame. Those are the ones you call on emergencies, right? And this is what I'm gonna talk about. The reason why I was promoted, right, is because I wasn't promoted because it was political. It wasn't, the numbers did play a part in it, right? The numbers played a part in it. But the reason why I did it is because I was a cleaner. I took responsibility for everything that happened to me and things that I did, right? Like, okay, my store is understaffed. Okay, I need to help find staffing just as much as they do. Right? Okay. My store is, underperforming. Or, I put it on my back and did it. And I've been put in bad situations 3 times. I got put in the stores where I got put in the store before, which, it had one person who literally was like terrible, took it over, just built it up. Got took over another store, which was, it had a lot of returns and stuff. Took it over, started doing good. Then took over another store that the staffing wasn't the issue, but it was the people in there. And still, got the thing too as well. It's like, it's not about, like I said, that's what a cleaner does. They take responsibility for their thing and they deal with it. They figure out a solution no matter what it is, right? And that's what made me do it, taking responsibility and not waiting for someone else to do it for me. That's what made me to the top. Doing things that you're not paid for. Doing things that It's just like, you know what I mean? Just not complaining, but getting stuff locked in. That is a cleaner, right? Doing stuff, helping out in the district, stuff like that. Like I said, that's what makes me a cleaner. That is what changed me from being, just a manager that turned me into a leader, and then having people follow me and do whatever I want. And then also holding them responsible. Like I said, just as much as pressure I was feeling, I'm putting the pressure on my people, not making excuses, holding people responsible, holding them to the same standard as myself, right? So that is what got me promoted. But that's the difference that's deeper into a cleaner, closer, and a cleaner, right? Confidence. Make the mistake, take the blame, adjust. That's really all I have for you guys today, man. I want you guys to keep killing the day, man. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, share this channel, comment below. And if you are listening to this on the podcast, 5-star review, please. And other than that, I want you guys to keep killing the day. And just remember, you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.